Then what's the plan?
That was when we landed Bangalore from Singapore. Little did we know that soon after pandemic was going to take the whole world upside down. However, in this video we will try to cheer you up for a while. We are going to share our Bangalore food and brew diary, and joining us in our story are best buddies Primangshu and Kanisha.
Yeah.
Sounds good?
Yes. I think that works.
So as per our plan, the first place was Smoky Tribe restaurant in Koramangala that served authentic Naga cuisine. This restaurant is pretty popular among Northeast Indian crowd in Bangalore, but I would like to recommend everyone to experience the amazing delicacies of Nagaland. We had ordered 4 pork thalis for ourselves. Each thali comes with dal, mashed potato, boiled veggies, chili pork, Naga pork curry, and steamed rice. This heavenly meal is what we miss in Singapore very often. Price? Moderate. Maybe কেমন লাগলো? This place is Third Wave Coffee Roasters in Koramangala. If you didn't know what's Third Wave of Coffee is, let me tell you quickly. It is a movement led by the manufacturers and consumers to consume and appreciate good premium quality coffee, and which is why Third Wave Coffee Roasters invest heavily on the coffee farms to produce high quality beans and ensures the farmers are paid rightly. And that explains the price of these kind of cafes. Now talking about this cafe, what I liked the most was the ambience and the decor. Seems like a perfect co-working space and also a place for chilling out with friends. For coffee, no doubt it was great. Price, expensive. No, he's not selling momo, it's a fuchka wala.
हर चीज का पैकेट आ गया है भाई.
सब record हो रहा है भाई. Soon after, we headed towards Big Brewski Brewing Company in Hennur, crossing past the famous Bangalore traffic, of course. Spread across 65,000 square feet, this brew pub is the largest microbrewery in Asia, and we had to see what it looks like. They offer 16 types of fresh craft beer on tap. That's crazy. Cheers! And their kitchen is exceptionally big. Here are some not so cool shots because they didn't allow me to use my camera. And before I forget, we had ordered karari roti and that was absolutely yum. Price? Expensive.
जल्दी
Open it.
जल्दी
And then there is this Hello Panwala in Koramangala. Dude, you got to try his fire pan. One hell of an experience. Price? Inexpensive to moderate.
Kaisan ba? Why only me?
Oh boy, this video is going to be long. Day 2 started with none other than the Hole in the Wall Cafe. Do you know the actual meaning of hole in the wall? It means a place that is cheap and not fancy. On the contrary, this cafe is exactly the opposite. It is well known for its all-time the all-English breakfast, and it doesn't need any introduction because this place is very popular in Bangalore. All I can say, the list of best food joints in Bangalore wouldn't be complete if you missed this cafe. Price? Expensive. Now my Bangalore food diary would be incomplete if I don't eat momo. I used to love those roadside momo when I lived in Bangalore. This time around, our friends took us to Taste of Tibet on Rest House Road, perpendicular to Brigade Road. Not so fancy, but can moderately satisfy your appetite. Price? Inexpensive. New day, new place. How can you not eat authentic South Indian breakfast when you are in south of India? So we decided to go to Adyar Anand Bhavan at HSR Layout. These hearty breakfasts can never disappoint you, isn't it? Price inexpensive. My Bangalore food diary also contains some ghar ka khana. Kanisha took me to a fish outlet where you get some fresh fish. We bought one whole fish and prepared macha jhol at home. I can make another video on the recipe if you want, but for now, know that the ghar ka khana was unbeatable too. Price, priceless.
Kanisha, so sad. It's too different actually. You like it?
Later, we met some more friends at Aurum Brewworks at Sarjapur. Apart from their posh lounge and nicely crafted beer, beautiful rooftop, breezy ambience is what I remember. Price of this place? Moderate to expensive. We also went to Beer Library at Kormangla. This was Premanshu and Kanisha's favorite. I and Shayan liked it too because the entire place was so vibrant with classy decor and had a positive energy extended by the staff. We are beer-loving people and we see good beer everywhere. If you're like us, this place is highly recommended. Price? Moderate to expensive. And before I take your leave, my special mention goes to Windmills Craftswork. No, this one is not at Whitefield, but at Bangalore Airport. When I lived in Bangalore, I loved keema pav. Before boarding the flight from Bangalore, I had to eat my favorite food. So yeah, that was my food and brew diary, guys. Please don't come complaining that I missed this and that. I know already I missed many because I had too little of a time. Even then, if you like this video, like, comment and share which restaurant should I visit to in my next visit to Bangalore. Bye-bye.